Essays on global warming. You are going to listen to 4 essays being read aloud. The essays are about global warming. Grab your dictionary and be ready to take notes of all new words you come across. Essay 1.
Global warming is, beyond a shadow of a doubt, one of the most worrying issues in this day and age. I am deeply concerned about the issue of global warming and its potential impact on our planet. The scientific evidence is clear. Human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation, are contributing to the rapid increase in global temperatures. If left unchecked, this trend could have catastrophic consequences for our environment and future generations. To address this urgent challenge, mankind must take immediate and decisive action. One key step is to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels and transition to renewable sources of energy, such as solar and wind power. This will not only help reduce greenhouse gas emissions but also create new opportunities for economic growth and innovation. In addition to transitioning to renewable energy, we must also focus on conservation and sustainable practices. This includes protecting forests, which play a crucial role in absorbing carbon dioxide, and promoting sustainable agriculture and land use practices. Furthermore, we must work together on a global scale to address climate change. This will require cooperation between governments, businesses, and individuals to implement policies and practices that reduce emissions and mitigate the impact of climate change. While the challenge of global warming is significant, I firmly believe that mankind has the ingenuity and determination to overcome it. By taking decisive action now, we can protect our planet and create a sustainable future for all.
Essay 2.
I view global warming as one of the most pressing issues facing humanity today. The overwhelming scientific consensus is that human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels, are driving unprecedented changes in our climate. The consequences of inaction are dire, with rising sea levels, more frequent and severe weather events, and disruptions to ecosystems and agriculture. To address this crisis, I believe we must fundamentally rethink our approach to energy production and consumption. This means transitioning away from fossil fuels towards renewable sources of energy, such as solar and wind power. It also requires improving energy efficiency in all sectors of the economy, from transportation to manufacturing. In addition to these technological solutions, we must also address the underlying economic and political factors that drive climate change. This includes reforming our economic systems to prioritize sustainability over short-term profits and holding governments and corporations accountable for their contributions to global warming. Furthermore, we must recognize that climate change is not just an environmental issue but also a social justice issue. The impacts of climate change are disproportionately felt by marginalized communities, both within and between countries. Any solution to the climate crisis must therefore be equitable and inclusive. While the challenges posed by global warming are daunting, I remain hopeful that humanity has the capacity to address them. By working together, we can mitigate the worst effects of climate change and create a more sustainable and just world for future generations.
Essay 3.
I approach the issue of global warming with a philosophical lens, recognizing the complexity of the problem and the need for careful analysis and reflection. From my standpoint, global warming, caused primarily by human activities, poses a significant threat to the planet and requires urgent action to address. To solve the problem of global warming, we must first acknowledge the interconnectedness of all aspects of our environment. This means understanding that changes in one part of the world can have far-reaching effects on the climate and ecosystems of other regions. It also means recognizing that our actions have consequences and that we must take responsibility for them. I strongly believe that one key aspect of addressing global warming is the need for international cooperation. Climate change is a global issue that requires a coordinated effort from all countries to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and transition to renewable energy sources. This requires not only political will but also a recognition of our shared responsibility to protect the planet for future generations. At the same time, in my opinion, we must also recognize the limits of our knowledge and the uncertainties surrounding climate change. While the scientific consensus is clear, there is still much we do not know about the exact impacts of global warming and the best strategies for mitigation and adaptation. This uncertainty should not paralyze us but should instead motivate us to continue learning and adapting our approach as new information becomes available. In conclusion, solving the problem of global warming requires a multifaceted approach that addresses the interconnected nature of our environment, emphasizes international cooperation, and acknowledges the limits of our knowledge. By approaching the issue with humility and a willingness to learn, we can work towards a more sustainable future for all.
Essay 4.
Nowadays, in my opinion, there is a matter of grave importance, one that concerns all of humanity. The issue at hand is the pressing challenge of global warming, a threat that looms large over our planet and its inhabitants. It is evident, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that our actions have had a profound impact on the Earth's climate. The relentless burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and industrial activities have led to a sharp increase in greenhouse gas emissions, resulting in rising global temperatures, erratic weather patterns, and a host of other environmental consequences. It goes without saying that we stand at a critical juncture in history, where our choices and actions will determine the fate of future generations. It is incumbent upon us, as dwellers of this planet, to take decisive and meaningful action to address this crisis. We must transition to cleaner, more sustainable energy sources, invest in green technologies, and adopt policies that promote environmental conservation and protection. We must also collaborate on a global scale, transcending borders and ideologies, to confront this challenge collectively. The road ahead will not be easy, and the sacrifices required may be great. However, I am confident that with determination, innovation, and cooperation, we can overcome this challenge and secure a brighter future for all. Let us not be remembered as the generation that stood idly by as our planet suffered, but rather as the one that rose to the occasion, united in purpose and resolve, to protect and preserve our planet for generations to come.
Thank you for listening to English Audio Lounge. We hope you have enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more audio stories and video classes to improve your listening.